This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. The Packers get set to match up with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. And that one into the end zone for an opening touchback. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. Three tight ends are out there. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down at the 26.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Now it's 2nd and 9.
44, Mike, 44. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Rodgers now to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Caught by Jones. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Agnew now to return. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Lions will take over. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, here's Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
It's a gain of 5.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his. Got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, Stafford. Flushed out right. Boy, he almost did that himself, but it looks like he's about a foot or two short. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fielded at the 20. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
44's the mic. 44's mic. Check, check.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
44's the mic. 44's mic.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Ball Agnew on the return. The Lions take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Geronimo Allison, the target there. And it's 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Complete.
He'll get 17 that time. And the Lions have a first down.
17 yards.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
58, right over there, here, Mike, 58, right there. What we got? What he got?
Stafford looks to throw again. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Christian Kirksey able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
It's second down.
$13 yards remaining on second down. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
It's third down.
To throw is Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
I mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back. 150. Hey, you block over here. These babies cry all the way back. Kill, kill, kill.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? No. Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver...
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. Touchdown, Packers! 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try to discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
10 yards.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. This into the hands of Marvin Hall. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Hall, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Packers 14, Lions 7.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Looking deep for Adams. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter.
14, Lions 7.
The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. On the return, here's Agnew. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Stafford. Screenplay. Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Lions, 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd and 12, Stafford escaping the pressure right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Prater on for the field.
So on 4th down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the 13-year man puts it through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
And they're on 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
No gain on the screen there, and 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly.
26.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers looking deep for Adams. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The Pro Bowl wideout Devontae Adams, his intended receiver.
But now it'll be 3rd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Prater for the extra point, and it's now 17-14.
14. Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
Ball carrier.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
To Aaron Jones.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Scott on the punt for the Packers.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Pickup. And it's 3rd down.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Operating from the gun. Stafford throwing deep for Galladay. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Stafford. Flushed out right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Stafford on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Hall as the first half is winding down. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points.
Point after.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
This will make it into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Seconds, all that's left to this first half as they come up on first down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
Happy for the Detroit Lions to get DeAndre Swift in the second round. Felt bad for the young man because I thought he was the best running back in the draft, and he lasted until the second round. What's happened for him? Running backs, I hate to use the word devalued, but people aren't going to take them quite as high right now, and he's in that cycle. But I think the Lions really benefited. First, run with power, and he can catch the ball out of the backfield. I really like him, and he was my #1 running back.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. From the gun, Stafford. He's going to let this go deep for Allison. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Darnell Savage. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. And right away, he'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
To throw is Rodgers. To throw on third down. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Operating from the gun, Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Jones. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He'll return it from the 6. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side these last few drives. It has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Stafford going to get this one to Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
19.
Kenny got his second touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. To throw again, Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends, who you would think could absorb that contact.
That's to his running back, complete.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the gun, Stafford. And that'll be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Stafford. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
It's a net of 40 there, punt of 48, and a return of 8. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 44. He's back to throw here to start the drive. This complete to Jones. They call it no gain there on the 1st down play.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
The throw down the field caught by his running back. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
That's good.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun. Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling.
Rodgers pass.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
24-yard
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. It's big Trey Flowers getting in there that time for the sack. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And Crosby puts it through, and that will close the gap down to 14. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
2nd and 6.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st.
Complete to Marvin Jones.
Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion 1st down.
1st down, Lions.
On 1st down, Stafford here. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Christian Kirksey able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down.
34 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up four fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Second and 11. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards, a first down.
At the 11-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
And the Lions first down.
On first down, Swift wiggles free. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Gain of 9.
From the 3, 2nd and a yard.
At the Packers' 3-yard line.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. The Lions on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run here with Swift. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
4th down.
Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
I'll tell you about.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know, you just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers setting up the screen here. Aaron Jones. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. And even 50 yards. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further.
34. Packers 25.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. It's the correct call.
At the Packers' 24-yard line.
And they will take a knee here. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Now it's Stafford. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be 4th down. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A 42-yard attempt.
And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Lions. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Stafford down to a knee, and with it, he's going to ensure his guys a victory. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Detroit, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.